We want the freedom that God gave us, so you best not cross that line. If you want this gun, you gotta come through us and take it.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, hello champions. This is Dr. Leonard Coldwell, or better known as Dr. C. Let me talk about the issue about the Second Amendment and guns again. Because that's very close to my heart, because I know, coming from Germany and having seen East Germany being ruined by tyrants, by the Russians, by Marxism, by communism, I don't want this to happen to our wonderful nation. I'm a very proud American citizen, and I will do everything that I've sworn to do to fight, to stand up against enemies of our nation, foreign and domestic. And this is why I'm doing these videos. I don't make money on this, and we don't sell any of these things. I just want to wake up my fellow American citizens, people that love our republic as much as I do, or at least care about our republic. Ladies and gentlemen, the only reason why they want to go after our guns, why they want to come after our guns, is the same reason that they used when Hitler took over. He took the guns first, and then he took over. It's the same what they did in East Germany when the communists, the tyrants, the Russians took over and destroyed a blooming nation within 26 to 28 years completely. There was nothing left financially, economically. That's why the wall in Berlin came down. That was the only reason, because they had nothing to eat anymore. And that will come to our nation if we don't wake up now and stop it now. The Sandy Hook shooting showed us that if you show children and parade them around on TV, that the entire nation will come behind you. Obama's fake tears, wow. And then all these discrepancies. I alone posted at least 100 different videos showing there were major discrepancies with the Sandy Hook shooting. I posted massive information about what I believe is a false flag in Boston, now New Orleans. And who gets hurt? Children, of course, because they learned with the Sandy Hook shooting that that works the best. That is my opinion and belief, ladies and gentlemen. I believe strongly that all of this will continue until Obama gets the destruction of our Bill of Rights and the Second Amendment, so that they can take the first, and then they take our properties and everything we own, and then they take us. So you believe there are no FEMA camps? Why don't you just go to the search engines and put on FEMA camps and do your own research? See the satellite pictures and see basically all the information out there put together by Jesse Ventura and other people out there that really investigated these issues. I don't need to go there. There are enough people that already did explain this and showed the videos and the pictures. I just want to ask you, logically, if wherever there is a liberal gun law, the crime rate goes down. Wherever they have restricted and more destructive gun laws, the crime rate goes up. England, Australia are massive, massive proof of that. So why would they come after our guns when all the evidence, 100%, not 99.9, 100% of the evidence shows that having guns keeps us safe, keeps the nation safe. The safest nation on earth is Switzerland. By law, everybody in Switzerland has to have guns in their household. These are facts, ladies and gentlemen, and not the emotional BS that you hear from Obama and the New World Order criminals that are committing treason, in my opinion, every single day of the week. Now, Obama wants to stop certain kind of weapons. These kind of what he calls assault weapons, which there is no such thing as an assault weapon. There's just a weapon. And then you use it for hunting, for self-defense, or maybe to assault, maybe a foreign enemy, soldier, or whatever it might be. But a weapon in itself is just a weapon. End of story. So he wants to ban specific weapons that can be used to effectively protect ourselves from SWAT teams storming into our house unlawfully. These weapons that Obama wants to ban are not even used in 1% of the shootings out there. Not even in 1% of the shootings out there. Why does he want to ban them? The absolute only reason is they can be used for real self-defense against SWAT teams illegally entering, or gangs after a disaster entering unlawfully your home and trying to hurt you. Why do they want to basically ban magazines, high-capacity magazines? Because for the same reason. They're the only ones that can effectively be used if 12, 16 people storm into your house unlawfully and you have to protect yourself and your family from harm. That's the only reason. There is no logical reason. I am willing to debate with anybody live on TV any and all of these issues, and I will show you with facts, with clear facts and proof, that there is no logical, no sensical reason to ban certain kind of guns or magazines. 14 governors have been threatened by Obama that he's going to sue them for treason or arrest them for treason if they keep on building a state protection force, basically a militia, basically an extension to their own law enforcement. This is absolute constitutional what they are doing, and they are doing the right thing. But imagine, what could be the absolute only reason why Obama does not want the individual states to be able to protect themselves? The absolute only reason that I can come up with is that Obama wants to take over our nation, our property, our persons. There is no other reason. Why doesn't he want a safe state that's able to protect itself? Because he wants to come and take it over. That's what I strongly believe. And it all comes together now. We have the shoe bomber to teach us to obey and take our shoes off at the airports. So everybody in Europe is laughing at you if you ask them if you have to take your shoes off if you go into a plane, because it's in itself absurd. Then the underwear bomber, when the body scanners, where they made billions on, were ready, the underwear bomber appeared. And both the shoe bomber and the underwear bomber, both of them tried to light with fire, plastic explosives. You can cook it, burn it, boil it, it will not explode. It goes on and on with the false flag attacks, which the Batman shooting, if Batman movie theater shooting, if you really do your research, there were more than one person. You see the school shootings, you see Boston, you see now New Orleans. It's all a farce. It's all a hoax. It's all ordered by certain people with special interests. So if they come for us, we need to be ready. And we are ready. Many of us are ready to defend their own lives and the lives of their loved ones. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to wake up now. If you don't stop Obama now, if he's not being tried for treason, and he has committed treason on so many levels and on so many occasions, just signing over the power over the US military to the UN is treason. And he did so many unconstitutional things, but he thinks he doesn't have to obey the Constitution because he works only for a company, the US government corporation, headquartered in Washington, D.C., the 10 square miles of Washington, D.C. You need to understand he has no jurisdiction. Presidential orders, executive orders, all of these elements are not binding for anybody outside Washington, D.C., and that is not working or an employee for the U.S. federal government or is on one of their territories that they bought. You need to wake up. We can easily, lawfully, peacefully get rid of the crooks in D.C. All 50 governors just need to come together and form a new U.S. federal government. Obama is telling people, and which is completely absurd, he's telling people the U.S. federal government is at the top of the chain of command. No, it's at the bottom. The people formed the states and the states formed as their secretary, as their administrator, as their helper for the 50 states, the US federal government. It's the lowest in a chain of power, the lowest. So Obama, whatever you say, we don't care. And if you don't stop threatening our governors, our freedoms, if you don't stop the daily treason, if you don't stop starting wars or being responsible that wars have to be started somewhere in the world, I fear you will end up in front of a court, the world court, whatever it might be. But I am sure you will be tried for treason, for crimes against humanity, and it will go on and on and on with that list. I don't want that. I don't want to fight the New World Order. I don't want to fight all these crookeries. I don't want to fight unlawful courts. There are no legal, lawful courts in America. They are all administrative courts. There are no real judges in America. That's why, if you know what I know about common law, constitutional law, they have no jurisdiction. And if you don't give them jurisdiction, they don't have it at all, and they can do nothing with you or against you to begin with if you do it lawfully right. At least that is my personal opinion, and it's based on the research of my legal team, my legal research team. So Obama, whether you stop or we the people one day lawfully and peacefully will stop you, we will hold you responsible. Don't think you get out of this one. Too obvious, too much. We are too awake, too aware. This is Dr. Coldwell Opinion, radio and TV. Have a good day.
We want the freedom that God gave us, so you best not cross that line. If you want this gun, you gotta come through us and take it. Come and take it if you want it. Come and take it if you think you can. Come and take it, but I warn you, you'll have to pry it from a cold dead hand.